Next up, this is Robert. I'll let you bring this up, but this is very exciting. What's been happening
Well,
once upon a time?
so there's been they mentioned that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was kind of a follow-up because there was a script I think Tarantino had either written or was a treatment. But when they announced, I swear to God, I think it was on April 1st. So people thought it was not true. And usually I
Uh,
don't give too much credence because like when people announce something's in development, I was like, some things never see the light of day. But
Never. Right.
it seems like one, David Fincher is set to direct and they've started casting. So Scott Caan and Elizabeth Debicki, speaking of, she played Princess
Wow.
Diana. Yeah, so and she was just in Maxine and some other movies and so forth. So and Brad Pitt is in it. So
oh,
and
nice.
and Brad Pitt
And Brad Pitt.
and Brad
Well,
Pitt.
he
That
doesn't
So
guy.
do sequels, Tarantino. So
no.
this
And
is like
so
his work, but
yeah, something like that. And so that's where I was like, and I was like, I didn't know if it would really ever see the light of day, but it seems to be happening and shooting in the summer. So cute. Oh,
wow.
look out. Yeah.
Very cool.
I am
But
gonna watch Once Upon a Time again. It wasn't streaming anywhere, so I might just like buy it. But I've been having the itch for that too. And then you, so is the reason I don't know. I'm not too sure about how this plays out, but he said he was only doing 10 movies, so he wrote the script. Is he not directing it because he doesn't want to like give it his
I don't
number or
know.
time?
Probably not. I mean, that could be part of it. And I think he might be backtracking a little bit because he's like, I think he originally said that, which I kind of like that idea because right now each of his films are special.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
Agreed.
and once you get, I mean, we have some of our favorite directors who've gone well beyond that. Their first, I'll be honest, their first Spielberg's first 10,
Yeah.
Hmm.
you cannot, you cannot get better than that.
Yeah.
Shyamalan's first four.
Or
Yeah.
three and a
Yeah.
half. But
Right.
anyway, so yeah, so I was excited. I was like, oh, this is actually happening. So
That is
we
exciting.
shall see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
is. It
Because
is.
it was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like a love letter to the 60s culture in Hollywood.
yeah,
And his character, Booth, you could do all kinds of stuff with that. You could do like
Yeah.
70s
Good
after
call.
Manson family stuff. Like, yeah, I'd be very
so
interested in this for
I'll be
sure.
curious though, because if it takes place in that universe, what is our universe gonna be slightly different
It would have to
without the
be.
Manson murders, or did they did something? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of
Right. What do
curious.
you
Yeah,
do? Because
yeah,
they got him. So like what
yeah. Or do
happens?
they even acknowledge that they might just kind of do their own thing? But anyway, so I'm
Yeah.
excited. I mean, and it'll be interesting to have the David Fincher, right? You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah, he's done a movie or two. I think he can pull it
yeah,
off.
what's that going to look like of Fincher directing a Tarantino story? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm curious what that mix is going to look like. So
Very interesting. Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on that. They said they were slated to film this summer.
start
As far,
filming in July. So
so it's done. I mean, script's done. It's like
that's why it's like, yeah,
approved. Like
yeah. So it's moving along. So
I was with you for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood filming locations
which
once.
we were, but I
It
don't
was
remember which one.
yeah, it was someplace in Woodland Hills, I think, but it was it was matched up. It was a crosswalk and a residential, and
Oh,
but it was a
that's right.
good
Yeah.
find. It
So
was a good
yeah,
find.
yeah. Somehow I found that street. So which it's interesting. I keep looking. I've been looking at that street because I have a missing street from the last action hero. And it seems like it's
Uh,
that street kind of around there, but I cannot find it. So I'm
I
just
love
throwing that out there for whoever's listening to, which
help
I
Robert
finally
out.
did update my Last Action Hero webpage
Oh,
because
thank God.
some
Nice.
fan contacted me saying, I'm coming to LA and I want to do, I was like, all right, I will do it. But
Thanks for doing it. It was under construction, but now it's
I know.
finished.
So I finished the best I could. So anyway,
No, that's
Nice.
exciting.
yeah.
It is.